But I know me myself, I'm a big advocate of trying to support developers, and I classify IO developers as indie developers because typically, even with like thousands of players that play the game, it's still indie. I mean, your audience comes and goes, and it's more often than not compared to a AAA game. But I'm very big on supporting developers in that aspect.
It's very unfortunate because I think IO games aren't really respected in the game industry.
They're
Like,
not.
They're not.
They're not.
It's funny because
You're right.
they're quite technical. Sometimes it's a fine balance. Like I'll be honest. I think it's more difficult to build a live service IO game than it is maybe say a PC game, because reason being is, for example, optimization, right? On PC, because it's easier to just put some models on screen and just trust the player's computer to run it. But then for an IO game, like for a web game, I have to balance like every single texture to make sure it's like it will run on a potato PC. And
yeah, you have to think about it.
Yeah, before because I was making games before and I didn't really process that. Even mobile is easier to make stuff for because it's just
most phones can handle everything like nowadays.
Exactly, but then to make a web game, it's like, okay, fine, it needs to load in less than 20 seconds, and yada yada yada. And then it's a bit much, but I mean, I'd hope to see that change, but I don't really think the industry ever. I don't think the industry changes just so. I think usually someone has to prove it. So in other words, maybe a game has to come along that's so good that they go, oh wait, we should take this seriously. But I don't think there's ever really been a game to get that much reputation in the web space. I
mean, kind of, but like I 100% agree with you. I think a lot of people seem to think little of IO developers, to the point that I actually have a friend who released 3 successful games on Steam that are big games, and he was trying to get into the IO sphere because he wanted me to make content for him. And he sucked. plain and simple. He didn't know how to make an IO game. He tried, and it was riddled with bugs and issues. And he underestimated. He would get with other IO developers. I think he got in contact with the developers of Crunker at the time, and he belittled them rather than taking any advice or help from them. And it's because he thinks that he was better because of the type of development he did compared to what he thought IO developers did.
It's crazy. It's trust me. It might not be obvious because games look so simple, but even when you look at REPULS right now, like if I was supposed to take REPULS and just reskin it with like some high quality assets, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between it and a AAA game because all the mechanics are there.